Hey guys, welcome back to Angel Angela, and on this topic I'm going to be talking about the narcissist using sex magic. The narcissist, you guys, uses sex magic. So in case you guys don't know what that is, that's when someone is visualizing their plans, they're premeditating things inside of their mind. They're casting spells. The narcissist, the Jezebel spirit, they lure you in. You know, the Jezebel spirit, her love bombing is differently. She exposes her body to you very quickly. She seduces you in a way that is very aggressive, and then you'll find yourself doing things on command. You're doing things before the narcissist asks you to. The narcissist, love bomb, love spell, and sex magic all go hand in hand. So one of the main things that I've shared with you guys is sleep paralysis, just feeling the narcissist energy when they're gone. When you allow these people to enter your home, they leave this energy, right? That's how powerful sex magic is that this person can sense when, your moods, when they sleep with you, they can feel your energy. It's almost like their presence, it's in your home. And, I've even experienced literally being paralyzed, having sleep paralysis and feeling like someone was literally raping me, spiritually raping me. And what was so crazy about the crazy part about it is that you don't know how dark the narcissist energy is. There's many layers to it, and I'm going to discuss, a series of different things that the narcissist uses, because you're dealing with someone that you're basically dealing with a witch. You're dealing with a warlock. You're dealing with, demons. You're dealing with a darkness that you cannot explain until you go through it. And to a lot of people, people might think you're crazy, right? If you explain certain things, they might think you're just having a psychotic, breakdown or something. But the reason I know that this is true and this is powerful, and I've shared this in other videos, in the past, but, I'm going to use this scenario, to just kind of let you guys know the type of danger that you're in when you're being intimate with these type of people, and when you're, living in the moment, or you're dating, you're having fun, or you feel like you're frustrated and things like that. Like, you have to be stronger than that, because if you're not, these people can literally kill you. It's almost like, one of those crazy movies where you have someone with these supernatural powers who can kill you just by touching you, can kill you just by kissing you, can kill you just by being intimate with you. And, when you see those things in movies, you don't see them when you're with the narcissist. But when you start to gain the type of wisdom and knowledge, and you start to experience supernatural things with these people, you see things that now you know for a fact, that this is the truth. That there's no other way of explaining this, right? So when I was having this experience where I basically felt like I was paralyzed because I was having a nightmare, and I don't even think I was having a nightmare. I think I just wanted to wake up, and I couldn't move my body, but I felt the narcissist presence. When you're intimate with these people, they're getting you with every little thing. So the narcissist might wear a cologne, right? And they're using the scent of the cologne during this love spell, during this this sex magic, this intercourse that they're having with you. They're using the scent. They're doing specific things. They're casting spells and you don't even know about it. But this is why you get so weak when they come around. This is why when they hoover you and you start losing track of how many times you broke up. I'm like, first you break up 1, twice, 3 times. And then you start to think, well, maybe this is what relationships go through. Maybe this is normal. You felt devastated those first couple of times because you wanted to walk away. But the love spell, the narcissist wouldn't let that love spell, erase, basically. To them, it was, to them, it was their mission to get you in that love spell. So anytime that you're in the beginning stages and you want to pull away, but you feel like you can't, but it's the best thing to do, the narcissist knows that they have to take it to the next level to put you deeper into that love spell. So some people usually, they can meet the narcissist, and that spell that the narcissist has been cooking up can attract those people and get them in a deep fog, depending on the person. So that person can meet the narcissist and right away they're like, this is the love of my life, right? This is someone I could spend the rest of my life with, So certain people will get into that love spell right away, and the narcissist doesn't even have to be intimate with them because they've gotten into their head, right? The narcissist, everything about the love spell, it's visualization. So when it comes to sex magic, it's visualization. So just like with the love spell, they're love bombing you, right? That's the love bomb. Sex magic is deeper because now they're getting into your soul. That's the soul tie. When I first experienced this sleep paralysis and I wasn't with the narcissist anymore, I could smell their cologne. I could smell their scent, and I couldn't move my body. But I literally had this visualization, like this darkness that I felt come through my door. And I literally smelt them. I felt like they were in the room. I felt like they were, over me, breathing on me. I felt like literally like they were there. And I started to think to myself in my head because I couldn't move. And I was scared to open my eyes. Even though I could open my eyes, I was scared to open my eyes. And I remember the smell. And I was thinking to myself, are they really here? You know how you're freaked out when you end things with the narcissist and you keep thinking they're going to hoover you? This person knew how to access my house, so a part of me was thinking to myself, because the narcissist is bat-ish crazy when they really want to talk to you, but when they're ignoring you, it's the opposite. They want to feel you suffering, right? So I remember thinking to myself, are they really here? But I couldn't move my body and I was scared. And I was telling myself, like, no, girl, like, no way. You're just afraid. You're just scared to open your eyes, because it literally felt like I couldn't, that awful feeling that you feel where you're literally, you have to call out to God to help you out of it. It was that feeling, but at the same time, I didn't feel it. I wasn't calling out to God because it had this familiar spirit, right? It was like familiar. So it was like, I'm scared, but at the same time, it feels like a familiar spirit, right? So that's when I knew. I was like, no, it's just the familiar. I'm like, dang, are they, what was the first thought I had, when I was analyzing the situation? What I was thinking to myself was, did they astral project? Because I do feel like a lot of narcissists, like the really, really into the occult, the ones who are practicing, there's some narcissists that are actually capable of astral projecting, and that's something I've talked about. So to me, I'm thinking, are they astral projecting? Then I'm like, are they, they also invade your dreams. They invade your dreams, and then when you're detaching yourself from them, when you realize what that love spell, this person has basically hypnotized you. Not only do they invade your dreams, but then your inner self, your spirit is trying to wake you up. And your spirit is also giving you, that voice of God is giving you information. And you're also having dreams and nightmares based off of what the narcissist is actually doing to you. So when I knew I was basically getting ready to open my eyes and wake up, because I realized, it's a familiar spirit, I opened up my eyes. Of course, nothing was there, but I still couldn't move my body. But I knew there was a presence there, even though there was nothing there. I knew it was something there. And I was, kind of shocked, because that presence felt familiar. And then I feel like it was basically trying to rape me. And then I start hearing footsteps running down the hallway, right? So this is where my theory of, excuse me, I'm drinking something, some coffee. This is where I know that I wasn't, bat-ish crazy, basically. I start hearing the footsteps, and then I hear the footsteps stop down the hallway next to my mother's room at that time, right? This was a long time ago, but these are things that, I can't forget because it was so vivid. It felt so real. And when I heard the footsteps stop there, I hear my mother, and she's like moaning and yelling. And I just remember that's all it took for me to gain the strength to just move my body. And I start running, like, quickly down the hallway, turn on her light, and I'm shaking her up, but she still can't open her eyes. And, I shake her up. Finally, she opens her eyes, and she's like, I'm scared. And I'm like, why? She said, at first I thought it was you running in here, but when I tried to open my eyes, I couldn't. And I told her, I said, there's an evil presence here, right? That just left, basically. Like, you don't have to worry about it. Like, I ran it off, basically. Because I knew it was there, right? It ran off. And she was freaked out. She literally, she's never asked to sleep with me, but I remember her asking me. She's like, let me sleep with you. Like, I'm scared. I'm like, why are you scared? She's like, I don't know. And I never seen her that shook up, like, ever. In my whole life, never have seen her shook up like that. But that's what made me think to myself, no, this can't be fake, because why would she experience the same thing I experienced right after? Like, why would it run off like that to her, knowing that I woke up? Why would it mess with me like that? But I remember the presence, the energy, it felt like the narcissist. And even if it wasn't, right? Even if it wasn't, you have to really think about it. Especially when you know who comes in and out of your home, and you know who's in your circle, and you know that strange things like this have never happened to you to this level, until you got with a narcissist, So I started to see things like that. I also realized a lot of times when I would sleep with the narcissist that they would have sleep paralysis. Like one time, I remember they just started having like, it's like they were fighting someone in their sleep. And then, the narcissist was like, maybe it's your grandfather's spirit or whatever. Because it was the holidays, and I was basically at the house that I grew up with, at the house that I grew up in, I mean. So I remember they were like, oh, I think it's your grandfather's spirit. And I do believe that there are energies that are also on our side. And I feel like that's the energy that was attacking him. And he made it seem like it was me. But the only reason he felt like it was me is because the narcissist knows that you have people on your side that are protecting you. So if you're not aware of that, you should be aware that you have energy around you, whether you feel like you don't have anyone and you feel like you're unloved. For you to be protected and be warned in so many ways and be helped so many times, there has to be energy on your side. But the narcissist doesn't want you to know that. This is why they put you in a love spell, and this is why they do this sex magic on you. And the reason, the narcissist puts, they do this sex spell on you is that not only are they doing this to have control over you, over your being, your body, and your mind, but they're also doing it to take away your youth. That's another thing that people don't know. They actually suck your energy, literally just by being with them, by being intimate with them, by kissing on them, by, some narcissists might even tell you, I don't like kissing. Some narcissists don't like kissing, but they'll do other things with you. To them, it's like, sometimes it's not so much that they don't like kissing, but it's because they know that you want affection, but to them it's like, I won't give you affection in that way, because to them it's all about control. To them it's not about, they want you to look back and think about certain things and realize that you weren't getting certain things that you might want. So even when it comes to sexual desires, the narcissist is going to find a way to oppress the things that you want, but make you feel like the things that you are giving up for them are the things that you want. And it's enough for you. It's satisfying you. But in reality, you're dealing with someone that's taking energy from you, and they're using certain tools, basically telling you, hey, I don't do this. They're telling you what they don't do so that you can think about the things that you can do for them. And then later on when they've cast that spell over you, you don't even realize that these were the reasons why they said certain things to you. They already had a motive. They had intentions, so you have certain narcissists that they just have different sex languages. Some of them use kiss. Some of them do use kiss. And that's like, that's the kiss that's taking life out of you. The kiss of Judas, right? But they use different tactics to cast spells on you. So sex magic is them using tools, them bringing things in your life that you might have never done before, them carrying souls of different people and instilling them in you. They want you to feel their pain, the pain they've caused others that they feel through that sex magic. once those people broke out of that spell, if they did, the narcissist carries that pain through sex. So sometimes you don't feel good because you're getting all of that energy. It's like killing an animal and eating an animal whose hormones are out of balance. You're having sex with a demon whose insides, whose energy is out of your balance. And now they're instilling that darkness of that pain into you. And now you're depressed, you have anxiety, and you don't know why. It's literally the kiss of death. It's the kiss of Judas. And, their kisses are activating something inside of you that is caused by the sex magic that they've put over you. So that's what you'll experience with a narcissist, and you'll see that there'll be periods of times where they'll do the things that they said they wouldn't do, and you'll feel special, but it's just another form of sex magic. Some narcissists take certain things slow, and that's just, to build that connection that you're going to give them when the time is right, because they know eventually you'll give in. The reason sex magic is so important to the narcissist is because eventually bad things are going to happen, and they need you to be wrapped up into their spell. And the only person that can make it feel better is the narcissist, because they put you in a trance. So sometimes the narcissist will look at you and they're like, you don't love me. I just put a spell on you. You don't love me. I just had sex with you, and now you're hypnotized, because it was very calculated. And you don't know that, when you're getting into these relationships with these type of people, you don't even know that they're into witchcraft and all these things. But if you think back and you look back at certain things that they said, did, you realize this isn't just a hobby. This isn't just something that they admired, or, this isn't just Halloween. This is like, Halloween every day with the narcissist, right? When the sex magic starts to wear off, and you might not be as intimate as you used to. The narcissist might start being intimate with someone else more than you. The magic will start to wear off. The narcissist knows that. And you'll start to have crazy intuition, and the narcissist also knows that. So sex magic is so powerful because you'll be able to identify who, what, where the narcissist is when they're with their target, when they're with their next target. And you'll be able to know who that target is if they're in front of you without even knowing. You'll feel their energy. You'll start to feel the energies of the people who are connected to the narcissist in a way that it's not normal. The narcissist, they purposely stop, putting spells on you. And now you're seeing them for face value. And when you're looking at that person, you don't recognize them. It's like you never knew them, and they look weird to you, And this is why they go back and forth, even when discarding you and not securing the next supply. So the narcissist, becomes aggressive, and it gets to the point where it almost feels like they're raping you, and they're aware that they can't enslave you anymore. Like in my case, I remember sitting in the bathroom early in the morning, and I had this thought in my head that the narcissist ex was going to come pick up her son, and she did. And I'm like, why would I know that she's coming, So this is why it's important to know sex magic because the narcissist literally talks in their, they talk things through. They practice these spells over and over again with people. And when it works to them, they're getting stronger. And, they're taking energy. They're taking your youth. They're literally taking energy from you. They're tying themselves to you. And you feel like you need them because you need your energy back. That's the narcissist's goal when they get with people, is to put spells on them through their own sexual desires. Because a lot of times when you meet these people, you had the desire to have, a companion. And the narcissist feeds off of that, especially when you don't really know what you want. The narcissist just creates whatever you want. They create a spell. They write a spell down, whether through a pen in their minds. And you might think to yourself, do they know what they're doing? Yes, they know what they're doing. Do they know they're narcissists? Yes. The narcissist I was with actually told me he was a narcissist. I didn't even know what that was. He said it to me, and then I looked it up because I was like, he really wants me to know what that is. I'm confused. Then I started to pay attention to certain things after that. They tell you they're demons. Then you start paying attention to certain things. And now I'm wondering, why is it that after I'm intimate with him, he's touching on my heart? He's literally touching on my heart, pressing his hand against my heart. And in his mind, he's saying things in his mind. He's literally casting spells. You're not thinking someone is doing that. You're thinking, we're cuddling. We're, my partner and me, we love each other and this is bringing us close together. You're thinking you're just living in your own world. And this person is literally putting magic spells on you. Like real demonic, real evil, wicked, dark magic that you could not even believe until you look back and you're like, okay, now I get it why he was touching my heart like that. Now I get it why he kept trying to activate my third eye. He knew I was asleep. He would just press his finger against my third eye. And I'm like, why are you doing that? Move your hand. Leave me alone. Move your hand out of my face. And this person's just putting their finger on my third eye. And now all those things, I look back and it makes complete sense. The narcissist will tell you they're a warlock. They'll tell you these things and you'll ignore them. So sex magic is very, very powerful. A lot of times these people get intimate things from you. Maybe an underwear, a bra. There's always things that the narcissist is going to do. Candles, flowers. They're literally just laying everything around you. Sending you things. They're coming to your job, bringing you things. Then other people are impressed by what they got you, and they're pushing you even more deeper into that spell. The narcissist is even using other people to bring you closer to them, to the palm of their hands, so they can do whatever they want with you. And then you'll find yourself doing things that you've never done before. And you don't care about what you do as long as you please the narcissist. Now the narcissist is asking you, will you do this? Will you have a threesome? Will you do this? The narcissist will be able to get you to do almost about anything sometimes, depending on the person. So to you, you might think to yourself, I would never do that. I would never do this. I would never do that. Some people, they'll do anything from the narcissist, and in the end they end up on the street. And it's not easy for them, because when they finally snap out of that spell, they're like, where was I? Where was I this whole time? I felt like I wasn't in my body. I felt like I was there, but I wasn't really there. And it's like, that love spell starts to backfire, not only on you, but even on the narcissist. And this is why when you awaken from the love spell and you start hearing the narcissist's voice in your head, and you're thinking to yourself, oh, we're just so close to each other that we can hear each other's thoughts now. The narcissist knows that now you can hear them when they say and do things, and now you can't really trust them or look at them the same, because every time they do or say something to put a spell on you, everything they say are curse words. You're like, oh no, everything this person is about is cursing me out and putting hexes on me. And the narcissist just gets joy off of that if you stay around. They just keep practicing their dark magic on you, wishing you death, wishing you bad, just the worst. They're hoping your health just deteriorates. They're trying to soak up all your energy. They're literally casting spells to soak up your energy. They're telling themselves, oh, if this person opens the door and gives me another chance, I'm going to take more energy. I'm going to pray to my dark God to give me everything, because you're giving it to me willingly, knowing I've already told you that I'm the Dark Vader. I've already told you, showed you, until you start to see the narcissist for their spirit. And you realize that the spirit that the narcissist has and the person you've been looking at, the physical form, is two different things. It's two different. Every time you think about you love the narcissist, and this and that, or you miss them, you have to really think about it. That's not even that human being is not human. That's that thing that you thought they were. That's not who they are. And a lot of times they'll tell you that. You just ignore it. And then when you come to this awakening and you see how people even view you, right? And you start to really love yourself because you saw the war you went through, and now you look at yourself, and it doesn't matter what people think about you. It doesn't matter what their judgments are, if they think you're mean or whatever they think, you know who you are. It doesn't matter what anyone says, you know who you are. Because you're not in that spell anymore. But when you're in that spell through intimacy with the narcissist, you won't be able to see your reflection. You will lose sight of that. You will go from someone who is very detailed and you actually see yourself. You're living in your own world, and next thing you know, the narcissist has you captured and you're in their world, and they're literally, intoxicating you. You're thinking you're having a good time, and it's nothing but a ritual, and before they get intimate with you, they're jumping around, dancing around like monkeys, and you don't even realize that you're dealing with an evil entity. You're not even looking around and paying attention to the signs. The narcissist is hiding things from you. They're giving you things, and you're not paying attention to none of it. They're sharing things with you. You're thinking they're being nice. They're doing everything to make you feel like there's a connection there. But it's all a ritual. They're eating with you. They're feasting with you. You know, everything is part of that spell. And that spell is only used to be intimate with you. And that's going to confirm to them the power that they have over you afterwards. You know, and then you're wondering, you know, how could this happen to me? Because they had a motive. The reason the narcissist can walk away from anyone is because they go into this intimate relationship casting spells over you. Imagine being intimate with someone, right? And you know you don't like them. You know you don't want to be with them. You know you can't love the way people expect you to love. And you're going into a relationship with someone who idolizes you, who likes you, who likes this fake persona you're putting up. And the whole time you're thinking to yourself, I'm going to use you. I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to get over you. I'm going to shred you to pieces. You know? And then afterwards, this person is even more in love with you, and you're more disgusted with them. And this person is willing to do whatever you tell them to do. And you're like, gosh, you know, this was easy. You know, because the narcissist goes into this intimacy casting spells so that they won't feel anything, so that they won't get invested in your feelings. So this is why the other person will always feel attached to the narcissist. And this is why, you know, it doesn't matter if you go into a relationship thinking to yourself, oh, you know, I'm not going to get wrapped up with this person. I know they're a narcissist. I will never take them serious. If you're intimate with them, you know, you can tell yourself that, but the narcissist is casting spells on you. So even if you tell yourself you know, you're not going to get caught up in this relationship with them, it doesn't matter, because that spell, you're giving yourself to that person, especially when you know what they are. So a lot of times when people, you know, get with the narcissist and they know who the narcissist is, they know that person has a partner and things like that, and that person feels above that other person because they feel like, oh, the narcissist doesn't really like you. You're in a love spell. You know, that person gets caught up in that love spell. Or the narcissist can get caught up in their love spell, and they might be the Jezebel spirit. And because that Jezebel spirit knows everything, they can get that narcissist in that love spell. And once you clear yourself off of that energy, you know, the narcissist karma a lot of times is experiencing the pain of others. And this is why when they go through that pain, they don't feel sorry for other people, because they feel like they're consumed with their own pain. Even if they cause more pain in their life, they feel like it doesn't matter, because nothing truly makes them happy or fulfills them. So intimacy will never be something that will make the narcissist love you. It doesn't mean anything to the narcissist. To them, a lot of times, they're casting spells over you because they're playing out sick fantasies. So a lot of times they can't connect to you because they're playing a sick fantasy in their head, and they're just using your body. You know, so this is why sometimes they'll even blurt out certain things and you're like, what did you just say? Or maybe they'll tell you to say something and you're like, I'm not saying that. Like, I'm all for kinky and being kinky and stuff, but that's just wrong, you know? So they'll say things where it's almost like, you know, why would you say that? You know, or it will make you feel uncomfortable. So these are moments where the narcissist will slip up. And this is how you know a lot of times that they're casting spells while being with you. And then you don't know why you feel bad. And that's because they're playing out sick, twisted fantasies. And they're just using your body. And then they're taking energy out of you, from you, knowing that they're not, you know, being sexual with you to bring you closer together. It's not about bringing your souls together. It's about taking your soul. So I hope that this message, you guys, was helpful. I'm sending you guys lots of love, light, peace, and your healing. If you guys are new to my podcast and you guys enjoy podcasts like this one, don't forget to subscribe. And if you guys want to book a session with me, my booking information will be on the description. Just give me about 24 hours to respond to you, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.